And world leaders are meeting in Paris for a major summit on artificial intelligence. Vice President J.D. Vance is there warning foreign governments not to take action against American tech companies with operations abroad.
And we need our European friends in particular to look to this new frontier with optimism rather than trepidation. However, the Trump administration is troubled by reports that some foreign governments are considering tightening the screws on U.S. tech companies with international footprints. Now, America cannot and will not accept that, and we think it's a terrible mistake, not just for the United States of America, but for your own countries.
Foreign correspondent Tom Soufi-Burridge joins me from Paris with more on that. Hi, Tom. So the U.S. and the U.K. have not signed this international declaration on artificial intelligence there at the summit. How significant is that?
Yeah, Diane, I think the most important thing to point out is that this declaration is a kind of set of international principles. More than 60 countries, including the Chinese, the Japanese, Australia, France, many European countries have signed up to this declaration. It is kind of meant to be a blueprint for the ethics and sustainability of the development of artificial intelligence going forward. What we don't know right now is exactly why the Trump administration and the UK government have not signed up. The UK government says they're continuing talks with the French and other partners on the matter. I think we got some clues, though, from Vice President J.D. Vance in his speech at the summit earlier today. He was really hitting back on the idea of excessive regulation in the AI sphere going forward. And he said, you know, there's a risk, effectively, that if you over-regulate, then you will stymie, cut off, choke this massive growth industry just at the point when it has huge, huge potential, almost revolutionary potential, as he put it in his speech. But I think it also speaks to the conflicts between the Trump administration and potentially EU governments on one particular issue. And J.D. Vance spoke a lot about this in his speech. He believes that AI should not be used to effectively limit what he believes is free speech, but EU governments would say that it should be used to combat misinformation, disinformation online. So J.D. Vance was saying, yes, the Trump administration wants to have a safe internet in terms of safeguarding the internet for children, but he says that's different to an adult not being able to access content because it's deemed to be misinformation by a particular government. And of course, there were those comments, very pointed, by J.D. Vance at one point in the speech where he effectively warned foreign governments not to take punitive measures against US tech firms. He didn't mention the EU specifically at that point in his speech, but it follows a report in the Financial Times just a few days ago, newspaper, effectively saying that the EU is getting ready potential measures against US tech firms if the Trump administration puts more significant tariffs against EU goods into place. So we also got a flavour, I think, there of this simmering tension under the surface over the Trump administration's policy when it comes to tariffs. Diane?
Foreign correspondent Tom Soufi-Burridge in Paris for us. Thank you.